Come and join me as we restock our homemade kitchen with items that take minimal time to make, just the perfect things for a cozy winter kitchen when you don't have a lot of time, but you really want to feed your family nutritious meals on a budget. This is for you. So I started making some things before I started recording this video, but I threw a whole chicken carcass in the crock pot and started cooking that down. I added what is it called? The giblets? Gizzard? No, I have no idea. Anyways, it's that little bag that comes from inside of the chicken, and I just threw that in there, let it run for a couple more hours, and I strained it off that evening. But broths and stocks are like top notch, easy to make items if you have a slow cooker that require minimal effort and minimal time on your part. When I say minimal time, I mean minimal work time. Some of these items are going to take, a lot of time to cook or ferment on their own. But the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to do anything. I can sit here and sip on my tea and just be present while the bone broth simmers away and does its beautiful work of extracting so many nutrients from those bones. I don't know if any of you have a Bernese Mountain Dog, but they always need to be pet 24/7. So I know we're restocking the pantry together. I've got some sourdough here, but I also want to talk about living more frugally for whatever reason that might be. It is really amazing. I find God just provides in so many incredible ways when I am trying to really honor Him with my finances, with our finances as a family. And the way that I feel like I can do that really efficiently is not, overspending or not buying random things when I'm out, but also just making really nutritious food at home with the simplest of ingredients. I have just found that God provides so much, whether it's my sister-in-law being like, hey, I picked you a bag of blueberries, or a friend or a family member dropping something off to us. It is incredible how once I really made the choice to try to honor God with our grocery budget, I feel like He has provided just in incredible ways. And I'm not saying if you do X, Y, and Z, then God's going to just give you everything. I do feel like this is an area where when we do try to honor Him in whatever way possible, I feel like He just blesses us, whether that's with peace, or whether that's with knowing Him more, or whether that's with providing for us. And in my life, I've just experienced Him provide time and time again, and it's just so beautiful, and I just feel so cared for by Him. So I went ahead and strained this chicken broth. This was a leftover chicken from my husband's work dinner, which we host every once in a while, and we were gonna just gonna go to waste. So I decided to throw it in the slow cooker. I always do this, stacking too many things on top of each other and dropping them and breaking them. But anywho, so it was going to get thrown out, so I decided to cook it up, and now we have chicken broth in our freezer, and I've used some of it for some other recipes, which has been great. And then restocking another super quick item to make, and that is granola. So easy, especially when you kind of know how to make these things without a recipe, which I want to talk about in a future video. I guess I've called it intuitive cooking before. But it's when you basically know the basis of how a certain food item is made, or how the process of making it works, and you can kind of eye things as you go. You can substitute different items, and it really just makes for the most simple kitchen cooking experiences because you are just doing things off of the top of your head. You're not having to look at a recipe and be precise. For me, I feel like cooking intuitively is the way that I can continuously provide so much great food for my family. Now, I do follow recipes, of course, on occasion, or I have recipes that I really like to use that I'll go back to and reference, but there are just things that I make constantly that I don't need a recipe for, and, you just kind of eye things as you go. Granola is one of those things that is so easy to make that you kind of can't mess up, and it will turn out sort of different every time if you're not using a recipe, but it's kind of okay because it tastes good no matter what. Like every time I've made granola, it just tastes delicious, so I don't really worry about it. I just always throw in some nuts, some oats, dried coconut, and then I do a good quality fat, some honey or some maple syrup, and then a spice, or like I'll do cinnamon or chocolate or cocoa, and it is so good. Another super quick, frugal, and really delicious item to make is fermented carrots. This turned out to be probably one of my favorite things I've ever made in my kitchen. I know that is so dramatic, but it is unbelievably delicious. Cutting these carrots super thick like this, I can't describe it. It was so good. They just ended up being so crispy and crunchy, and this is the kind of crunch I always want in my fermented pickles, but it never really happens. I feel like the fermented pickles always are a little bit just slightly mushy, but using the carrots, they just stay so crispy and crunchy. And as this fermented, it got a little bubbly and it has that tang to it. I added garlic in there. This was delicious. This took me maybe 5 minutes to make. I let it sit on the counter for about a week, and then I popped it in the fridge. You just can't beat it. This is the quickest, easiest snack ever, and so nutritious for your family, and so frugal, like so cheap. You can put anything you want for herbs or spices in there. I did dill. It was incredible. So one of my husband's favorite homemade things is homemade bagels with cream cheese. I don't know anyone that doesn't like a good chewy, fluffy bagel with cream cheese. We just love it. I've made bagels so many times that it does go really quickly for me. I will say that if you are new to sourdough making or new to bagels, this one may take a little bit longer and may not be the quickest homemade restock for you, but as you make it, it becomes so quick and easy that you don't spend a lot of time doing it, and the bagels come out so amazing, homemade, fresh out of the oven with a chewy crust on the outside. It's so good. Truly, I had so much fun restocking my homemade kitchen with you. These really simple, frugal, but nutritious meals were so easy to make and so quick. I love stocking my pantry with them. I'm so glad you joined me, and I'll see you next week for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.